Diva Dialogue, a talk show where we cover topics about healing from addiction to getting rid of your zits. If feeling passionate about something we're talking about, give us a call on our call-in number, 989-402-5414, so you can talk with our coach, Deb, who's been coaching for 6 years. Without further ado, here's our host, Deb. Thanks for listening to the Diva Dialogue.
So that's how my Monday is going. So happy Monday. Usually I'm really an upbeat, positive person, but I still have this stupid cold. And I got in my car to come into work and it wouldn't start. And I couldn't reach to plug the charger in. And I couldn't open my hood. Thank goodness. And this is why we have Diva Sisters. My friend Deb Z of the Zingy Divas and Deb Squared came and got me this morning. So I want to give her a shout out for taking time out of her day, and her hair was only half blow dried for coming to get me. But I'm here now, and I'm kind of stuck here all day. So if you want to stop by and see me, please do. As a coach, we really do try to stay positive. That's what we tell our friends and our relatives, and we try to be a good example. And sometimes things just mount up and just pile up, and you can't be. So it's okay. It's okay that I was bummed out today. It's okay that when things don't go wrong, it's okay to be angry. And I was a little mad. I'll be the first one to admit that. But it's okay now. Things work themselves out. There's always a reason for everything, although I don't know what that reason was yet. I'm sure by the end of the day, it will show itself. Hopefully, my guest will still be able to call in. I apologize for the show being late, but now onward. So my guest today is Adrienne Barker, and I'm hoping that she is going to call in. There she is. Okay. There we are. And of course, Adrienne, I forgot to open the phone line.
I'm going to spank you when I meet you.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to just sit perfectly still and not touch anything, I think, for the rest of the day.
I couldn't find the number for a minute, so I was like stressing.
Oh no. Oh God, I hope I don't rub off on you. So, Adrienne, in case you don't know who she is a wonderful woman, and she's the host of Adrienne's P's and Q's. It's becoming, of course, one of my favorite shows, and I know we're getting a lot of good feedback on it. So thank you so much for being with me today and taking time out of your busy day.
No worries. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. And I am sorry I'm not able to be live this Thursday for Adrienne's P's and Q's because I'm actually teaching P's and Q's in real life in person at the Better Business Bureau in downtown Tucson Thursday morning from 9 to noon. So anyone in Tucson,
cool.
Come on down and I'll teach you how to outclass the competition.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good program, and I've got it at a great price, so can't beat it. So today's a very special day.
I think I know what it is, but tell us about it.
Well, today is the day that Popeye was born 89 years ago. Oh, wait, not just Popeye. I'm sorry, wait. It's someone else's birthday. Oh, my dad, Herbert Barker from the Barker Animation Art Galleries and the Barker Cartoon Character and Comic Museum located in Cheshire, Connecticut. My dad is turned already 89 years today, and he's still going strong. Amazing. So proud of him.
Wow, that's wonderful. Happy birthday, Mr. Barker.
Thank you so much. He's really doing great. Him and my mom, and we've got a lot of great things happening. And so I just love being able to announce it here. Happy birthday, Pop. So absolutely fantastic. He's just a great man. I hope one day you can he could come on the show. That's what I'll have to do when I'm
Oh,
there in
that would
March.
be
I'll have a
fun.
show with my dad.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, that would be. I agree. So, how is everything? We've got a lot to talk about. Wow, a lot of issues, a lot of things taking place. I would like to actually start, if you don't mind.
Please do.
You know I don't like getting political, and
And
anyone who knows
I
me on
don't
Facebook
either.
knows. Right, I don't want to argue politicals and go over the different things and the candidates. And there's no pleasure in that, because I truly respect and understand that everyone not only sees things differently and hears and feels things differently, but their passion is, the forefront to them. And so with passion, sometimes it's very tough to fight passion. But it was really disappointing to hear that anyone would ever insult a child. And I'm talking about Saturday Night Live. I don't even know her name, really. Though I've enjoyed her as an actress, watching her. She's quite funny. But very disappointing that she thought that it would be okay to write something that is insulting about the president's son. It makes no sense to me. I can't even kind of fit it into anywhere, because it's not funny. It's just not funny.
I have to agree with you there. Barron is his name. And, think how, if you put yourself in his shoes, how difficult his life is. How old is he, 10?
Mm-hmm. I have a 10-year-old, yeah.
And I remember when my son was 10 was when I was going through a divorce, and that was pretty traumatic on him, although he handled it very well. But here's this poor kid thrown in the limelight. He was pretty sheltered before, because they made sure of that.
Right.
And now, boom, there he is, and now people are doing this. So I agree with you. It's horrible.
I think that people don't understand, first of all, what happens when you write something. I'm really thrilled that a lot of people came out and said, this is completely wrong. She should lose her job. And there was a lot of comments that hopefully would teach her and anyone else that it's not acceptable behavior. But what I don't understand is why you would press the publish and post it. If you think it, that's one thing, but don't say it out loud and don't write it out loud. That's where the disconnect is. Too many people we know that people are human beings and they can think not nice things. But that's okay. That's between yourself. If you want to think however you want to think. But when you start to put it into an action, and an action that could actually have someone else read. There's a lot of 10-year-olds that are pretty savvy, and they read Twitter. They read what's going on. They read the news. They're hearing the outlash, and they're hearing and questioning this. And they're really probably saying to themselves, if I was a 10-year-old, Deb, I would be saying to myself, hey, if this actress could say this about Barron, I could say this about my friend Jonathan, right? So why can't I say, Jonathan, he's stinky in the morning, or he smells during the day, or he should be homeschooled, and whatever the things she said, which made no sense to me anyways, because he's not even homeschooled, so I don't even know where that came from. But I think we have to censor ourselves nowadays. I really do. Because if you don't censor yourself, you know what's going to happen?
What?
Someone else is going to censor you. You're going to get censored. Because unacceptable behavior is not acceptable. And people, thank God that the good in the people they won't take it. So we have, last year, there was a variety of people that I knew personally that had Facebook accounts that did or said something, whether it was via Facebook Live or a tweet or a post, that they then had to apologize and take it back. And I know everything I write, I think twice, because I don't ever want to be in that position. Right, Dad? You don't want to be in that position.
No, certainly not. It's really hard to understand, and I'm interested to see what the long-term outcome of this is going to be, because Saturday Night Live didn't used to be like that, and why they let her go on with that skit is beyond me.
Oh no, I didn't even watch.
I didn't
actually
either.
just refused to watch it, because at that point, did it go into Saturday Night Live? Was there a discussion about it on the actual show?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw people talking about it online. I won't watch it. I won't have anything to do with it.
I mean, sometimes I've watched some of their things, and I've actually watched real life, like news, and I've thought to myself, is this a skit? Or this would be a funny skit? And skits are okay as long as they don't hurt anyone. Because when you sarcasm and being sarcastic is really the scarring with words. So you're hurting someone with words, and we do know that words hurt. And so there's I'll tell you this, there's a great program. When I was teaching the anti-bullying program for Operation Respect Connecticut, one of the programs from Peter Yarrow was called The Broken Heart. And can I just do it with you for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So actually, I would have one of my children up there in front of a class, and we'd have a piece of paper, and it would be in the shape of a heart. And I would tell the story about little Jonathan. He wakes up in the morning, and his mom is screaming to him, get up, hurry up. You're worthless the way you sleep so much, and a little piece of the heart is broken. Mm-hmm. Hurry up. And just throws a Pop-Tart in his hand, and without much love, it says, get to the bus. Another piece of heart is taken off the paper, and he gets to the bus, and the bus driver says, you're late again. Hurry up and get on. And another little piece. And then when he gets on the bus, nobody wants to sit with him, and they kind of giggle at him, and they point to a seat by himself all the way in the back. Another little piece. And as the story continues with what this little boy goes through the day, at the end of the day, you have pieces of heart all over the floor. And how do you mend a broken heart? And how easy it is to really hurt someone with just words. And the kids would get that, and they would actually start to change and make sure that they weren't breaking someone else's heart. And I like to be able to, I'm glad I share this now, because I want adults to understand that words hurt.
Right. And, and that's true of the way adults treat each other as well. The same exact thing happens. I just was having a conversation like this morning.
Oh, can you share?
It's once and a lot. I think that people don't understand how much words hurt. I think you're absolutely correct. And I know a lot of the women that I coach, and this was with a woman that I coach, when people say mean things to you, and it doesn't matter if it's your children, your spouse, your sister, your brother, your mother, your friends, it doesn't matter who it comes from, that happens. A part of your heart, a part of your love for them is gone. And it just keeps chipping away until there's no feeling there anymore.
So true. And that is why it is considered a form of abuse, verbal abuse.
Right. And
it carries over into friendships. It carries over into work, probably very much so in work, the way that people treat each other, and even sometimes by how you talk about someone else in front of someone else. You could actually hurt someone if we had someone else in the room with us right now. If we had Michelle on the phone with us, okay, and all you heard for the next 10 minutes is how wonderful and successful and great Michelle is, and let's just say that, but we all work together. At one point, it almost makes you wonder, like you start reflecting on yourself. Well, this Michelle is so wonderful, but now I wonder what's wrong with me? Are you saying that about me when I'm not around? I never hear you say that when you're in someone else. You're not lifting me up and putting me on a pedestal like you are Michelle. And I really believe that is another form of using words that can hurt. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. Yeah, and what did the pen, that saying, the pen is mightier than the sword?
Yes.
And I think that goes with words, too. And we are taught very young to allow words to hurt us, except for that sticks and stones. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But we can say that all we want. I don't think it's ever true. And I know that the books that I've been reading, the Third Agreement, or the Four Agreements and the Fifth Agreement, have you read those books?
No, I have not. Please enlighten me. I want to hear this.
And in those books, they talk about how when people say things, you should just let it go. It's not your problem. It's theirs. And you can believe that and know that in your heart, like I do. I know that.